Good afternoon, I'm Raylene Ramsey. This is your afternoon news fix for Friday the 31st of October. Nurses have agreed to more strikes before the year is up. The Nurses Organisation members have voted to take 2 weeks of partial strike action from the 17th to the 30th of November. Nurses, midwives and healthcare assistants will take part in 3 types of safe staffing strikes across the country. Emily Ansell reports.
Members will refuse to be redeployed to work they were not rostered to or take on additional hours and refuse roster changes. NZNO Chief Executive Paul Galter says Te Whatu Ora is increasingly relying on workers to cover up chronic short staffing, taking them away from their patients.
The royal family seeking to cool recent negative attention, ejecting Andrew from the Royal Lodge in Windsor. The disgraced brother of King Charles has been stripped of his royal titles and will now be known as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor. Andrew continues to deny the sexual assault allegations that brought him and the firm's name into disrepute. BBC royal correspondent Helena Wilkinson says it's understood Andrew didn't object to losing his titles.
Given the huge pressure, this huge scrutiny, it's difficult to see how he really had any choice in the matter anyway.
A litmus test today for one of our major trade deals. The Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi is meeting Prime Minister Chris Luxon for bilateral talks at South Korea's APEC. Senior political reporter Azaria Howell is there.
A comprehensive economic partnership with the UAE formally came to fruition in August, slashing tariffs. At the time the agreement was ratified, Trade Minister Todd McClay said it could unlock billions of dollars in new opportunities as the UAE relies on imports. Minister McClay is at APEC with the Prime Minister and Customs Minister Casey Costello.
Meanwhile, the Prime Minister has visited one of Busan's top attractions. Skyline Luge Busan is one of the top 3 attractions in the South Korean city. Skyline's General Manager Dean Johnson says the business is playing a major role in the city's international tourism.
It's great for the New Zealand Prime Minister to be here to sort of recognise the relationship between New Zealand and Korea. Also just showing what a great place New Zealand is. A lot of the staff here have never met a Prime Minister. It's just phenomenal and something that they'll never forget.
Auckland oyster farmers are devastated after a power surge at a water care pump station caused a massive sewage spill in the Mahurangi River. It's the largest of a series of spills this year, so farmers will have to close operations for 28 days. Watercare says its alarms system didn't work as expected. Mahurangi Oysters founder Jim Aiken says it's pushing many farmers to the limit.
I felt like I was finally getting up, starting to move again, and then I've just been kicked back down into the dirt and mud.
In sport, all-rounder Christian Clark has gone from starring for Northern Districts in the Ford Trophy one day to a New Zealand call-up for the final ODI against England the next. The All Blacks want to channel as much as they can from last year's win over Ireland in Dublin ahead of Sunday's test in Chicago. Kiwi driver Liam Lawson's main rival for a new Red Bull contract, Japan's Yuki Tsunoda, is reportedly heading to the American IndyCar Series. And that is your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.